Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. Looks like the sound is working this time. I noticed right away that it wasn't working. The little audio mixer bar was not moving. It's moving now, so it's got to be working. Welcome to my live stream, if I didn't say that already. It's time for a lucky dip. Wednesday is lucky dip day. If you don't know, a lucky dip is when you take a bunch of something, for me it's art supplies, and randomly select a certain few, or it depends on what you're doing. For me, I do 4 random art supplies, and then you make something with it. I have already selected my 4. I had to replace one of the ones that came up because I don't have it anymore, so I had to do draw a 5th one, and I put a little, what is this, whiteout tape on it. So let's get them out. I've got a multi-liner, a metallic pen, a marker, and a different marker, I think. Or it might be, I'm not sure what this one is. Sennelier acrylic 3D liner. I'll try to find it. So, coming over here into my art supplies. Nothing in here because I didn't get any pencils. Here we go. This is my case with pens. So I think there should be at least one thing coming out of here, if not 2, because the multi-liner will definitely be in there, and I think the metallic pen will be in there, but we'll see. So the multi-liner is in lavender. Haha. So I believe it's this Copic. Yeah, Copic multi-liner in lavender. So let's see if it'll focus. Yay! I love it when my camera autofocuses when I hold something close. So here's the first thing, Copic multi-liner in lavender, a 0.3 size, so that's like 3 millimeters. So there's that one. So Edding 1200 metallic pen in dark red. Let's see if that's in here. That's King Art. This is Stabilo. Yeah, it might be in my markers. Let me make sure that this is Zebra. Pentel. And I have these organized by color, so I think it's going to be in my markers. I'll keep this available, though, in case I missed it. So here's my fullest case. Oh, Exie, hello! How are you? Man, right away. You jump in like right away. Not even 3 minutes in. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. So, Sennelier acrylic 3D liner. So there's so much stuff in here. I don't even know. I sort of have this. Oh, look, this is one of the things. Haha! The Edding 1200 metallic pen in dark red. So, that's this one. And I believe it's like a brush pen. Oh, no, it's not. It's a chisel. No, it's a bullet tip. Oh, that's a nice, I like this color combo, purple and red. My jacket is sending the white balance crazy, apparently, right now. Oh, Exie is doing all right. Excellent. Oh, you're welcome. How about you? Oh, I'm doing well. I have been, so this might be relevant to you. Have you ever read the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child book, which is just not a screenplay, a stage play? I've been reading it because there's a book club. The Protego Foundation book club is tonight, and they're reading that one, and I wanted to participate. And I gotta say, it's been really tough. So the reading is easy, but I am not enjoying it. So I'm like in a good mood. Like, it's snowing outside right now. You can't see, but it's so magical. I love it when it snows. So I'm like in a good mood, but I am not enjoying this book that I've been reading today. So it's an interesting. It's almost like I'm enjoying not enjoying it because I'm like typing on my I use the story graph to track my reading, and so I'm like typing everything that's like, this isn't believable, like this doesn't follow the character arc up until this point, or so at least it's been kind of fun to complain about it on there. It's not a very positive thing, but I mean, I wouldn't have even tried to read this book past like the first couple scenes because I was really getting lost from the beginning, like, really? And so I'm only continuing because of the book club, because I want to be prepared for the book club. So, dang, I don't think this is it. This is the Painty FX. And this one is Zig Posterman. So, do I not have it? I'm looking for these couple of supplies. I heard it so bad, so I didn't even Google it. Yeah, I don't know. I like to stay positive and give things a fair chance, because I found that a lot of things that other people don't like, I do like. But I really... this is one time when the negative reviews are matching what my experience is. I've heard that it's better when it's actually performed on stage, but I still don't think I could get past some of these things. It's like, yes, some of the emotional connection is just not there, because that's relying on the actors to create that connection between the story and the audience. But there are some things that just don't make sense that happen, that have nothing to do with the acting. It's like what the plot is, and yeah, not really enjoying it, I have to admit. So I don't know where two of these items, I'm gonna have to go through one by one. So this is Zig Kurekara. I'm missing two things. Iron lac, so I'm looking for just an LEA and a Zig Posterman marker. And then this is Spectra, Molotovs, that's not it. This is Shinhan, I know that. Shinhan, Winsor Newton. What's this one? Graphite, okay, that's not it either. Who's over here? Marabu Sketch Marker Graphics. Nope. What about, this is Watercolor. Nope. Alcohol marker. I'm looking for an acrylic 3D liner and a Zig Posterman marker. If I don't find them, I'm gonna have to pull a couple other items. Although for the sake of time, maybe I'll just try to use two things or something, because it's taking a while to go through here and I'm not seeing. I'm looking for blue and cadmium red orange hue. What's this one? Tombow, that's not one of the brands. These are all Zig, but I'm specifically looking for a Posterman marker. These are Zebra, I know that. Tombow again. These are all Marabu. What is this? Oh, Ecoline. So these are watercolor markers. Watercolor. These also? Yes, these are all watercolors. So that's not one. I'm looking for Tombow again. Okay, I'm carefully going through this. This is kind of close. Zig Posterman, but this says Painty FX, so that's not the same thing. But it is the same color-ish. This one is just blue. This one was mountain blue. It's not exactly. And these ones are Liquitex. Molotov, Liquitex. Amsterdam. Crink. All Crink here. These ones are Uni. What's this one? Marabu. All Marabu. Yeah, I do not have either of these. I don't even know what they are. The names are not familiar. Okay, so everybody saw me. I checked this super good. It was not in there. So I'm just gonna, where am I gonna put this? My room is a mess. I'm running out of space to set stuff. There, I set it over there for now. I'm going to sit down here for a sec and try to look these up and see what they are, and maybe I will recognize it if I see a picture. So, Sene Lie acrylic 3D liner. Boop. Okay. Huh. Okay, this looks familiar, but I don't think I have this anymore. Here's the pictures. Oh, the lights are reflecting. Thank you, camera. So they like come in a tube, and then you can put a thick line of paint down. I will check my acrylic paint drawer to make sure, but I don't think I have those anymore. Yeah. Okay, so let's make a note. I do not have this one anymore. And so the Zig Posterman marker, let's look what that one is. Zig Posterman. That's funny because one of these things was already, oops, it's not focused. Not that it matters, it's my hand waving around, but come on, focus camera. It got confused because I was waving my hand. I already had to draw a different thing because one of the items was something I don't have anymore. So it'll be interesting if I also don't have this, because that'll be 3 items that are not in my collection that were on the spreadsheet. Posterman marker. That's never happened before. I've never gotten more than... Oh, yeah. I recognize these. Here, let's see if I can get these pictures to show up. Come on, camera. You get... Yep. I totally recognize these, and they were not in my... So like this, where this cap curves down and everything is this round. It's like it was... I remember it being a fun thing to use, but maybe it dried out or something. There's one place I can check. If it's not in my markers kit, maybe it would be in here. Nope. Nope, not in there. Wow, okay. I am going to have to generate randomly 2 more numbers. So this is exactly why I leave my tabs open, just in case. So let's go to random.org again. Okay, so first I'm going to remove these 2 things from my list so that the numbers are correct. So first this Posterman marker, delete row, and then the Sennelier was 273, so let me scroll down there. Wow, I thought I was gonna be like right on top of this, like getting this lucky dip done fast. Why is it not focusing? Instead, I drew a bunch of stuff that I don't have, and so now I have to spend a bunch of time doing that. Okay. Okay. Oh, I've got to move this down. Copy this and paste this. Ugh, I hate how it... I've got to go over my keyboard. My setup is weird. I have a separate space for my live streaming versus my main computer, which is over there in a different workspace. I can move my mouse over, so I've got my mouse like right here, but I can't move my keyboard over, so I have to go over there and do it. Okay, so we can delete this row as well. Okay, so that leaves us with 344 items still on here. Oh, now I've got to go over there to type 344 into random.org. 344. May the next things we get actually be there. I need to use my whiteout again. Whoop. Okay, good enough. Oh, a little puppy hair. Okay. 159. May we have 159 and 312. Let's see what those are. Onto the spreadsheet. So 312. That's a pretty recent one. It's from the 2020 December Art Snacks box. Royal Talons Eco-Line brush pen. Hey, I was just looking at those. They're the watercolor. Oh, I'm gonna have to use a different. Well, I don't have to, but they're watercolor pencil. Okay, anyway, or at least I think they are. Royal Talon. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Roy. Oops, this is the wrong one. This is the most messed up sticky note I've had. Eco-Line. And the colors, there are 2 colors, so it must have come with 2 in the same box. Warm gray, sky blue. Okay, and then the other thing, 159. M. Graham & Co. Watercolor. Yeah, I'm going to have to switch because this is just plain old watercolor paints. So M. Graham. Watercolor. And what are the colors? Terra Rosa. 2 colors here as well. Terra Rosa. Titanium white. Opaque. Doing it all in shorthand. Tita Hu Op is what I typed. Okay. Now, let's see if I can find these. So the Royal Talons ones being here. No. Where did I? Oh, here it is. I looked so thoroughly in here earlier. I am 99% sure. Look at, I opened right up to them. So what were the colors? Warm gray and sky blue. So look at these. Yep. Warm gray, light, sky blue, in parentheses, cyan. So I'll hold these up. Yes. There they are. Watercolor brush pens. I've enjoyed using these the few times that I have used them. Okay, that's it from out of here. The other ones are just plain old watercolor. Uh-oh, one of them escaped. Where are you going, warm gray? Don't escape. Oh, I forgot what I was looking for. Terra Rosa Titanium White Opaque in from M. Graham & Co. Okay, I think they are in here. I think I got this one a while ago for a different Lucky Dip, but here's the Terra Rosa and here is Titanium White Opaque. A little close-up of these ones. If my camera wants to click the button. There they are. So just tubes of watercolor paint. So I will need a few things. First, I need my watercolor sketchbook that I've been using. Here's the one. So I have a few already in here. Previous, oh, it's stuck together there. I wonder. It won't be quite the same. But I just had an idea because the last couple times I've taken this page out for testing so that it could dry separately. But since I'm just testing it and not making a final piece on it, maybe I'll just use the back of the sheet. It doesn't have the same texture as the front of the sheets, but then that way I don't have to pull the page out. I can just leave it open. I think I'll try that this time. And then I'll just paint it horizontally so that my hand is not messed up by this ring right here. Okay, place this nice and even in there. Okay, so I won't be using this sketchbook today. Just set it over here. So I've got these, and these. I need a bowl of water, paper towel, and a palette for these two colors. Here's my palette. It's my favorite little ceramic seven color palette. Well, I usually do, if I want a bunch of colors, I'll do 6 colors, and this will be for mixing or something. But anyway, you can hold up the 7 different colors if you want them separated. Paper towel. I think I might have already had one. Oh, too late. I got a new one. Try to reuse them as much as possible to reduce waste. Especially with watercolor or ink, because it's not that big. You know, unlike acrylic paint, you might have big globs and then the paper towel is all stiff, but it's not really a problem with like India ink or watercolor. It's so great. What am I trying to say? We put some WD-40 on my closet doors in here so they don't squeak terribly when I open them. It's so nice. I just opened it and it was nice and smooth and just go boop, 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 instead of like, it was terrible before. Okay, so I'm going to put my be right back sign up because I'm going to go fill this with water. And then I think other than choosing a brush or two, I'll be ready to go. Look out, Chappy. I'm back. I got some water. Chappy got up to make sure that I didn't leave her behind. So if you're hearing any tap tap, that is Chappy's little nails on the floor. Okay, be right back sign is done. Okay, just need some brushes. To make it easy, I think I'll just pick my favorite round brush. I'll just pick a couple sizes. They're probably both art snacks as well because I've gotten so many brushes from Art Snacks from being a subscriber for like 5 or 6 years that I've never had to buy a brush ever since. I have such a huge collection of brushes. So yeah, just a couple of round brushes, a bigger and a smaller size. It says this is 8 and this is 4 and it's the same brand, so they're probably true to size compared to each other. So yeah, I'll just use those. Now I think I'm ready to sit down. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I guess first, I'm gonna pull up my sleeves here. First, I will test these items. Test all these items on the paper. Let's see, I'll move that stuff over there. So many little pet hairs get on my desk, and it's a distraction for me. Okay, so first things, I'll do the pens. It's multi-liner. I'll probably sketch with this one because it's just super thin. Nice purple color, lavender it calls it. Can't really do much more with that. I'll put a Copic multi-liner. Multi-dot and then 0.3 for the size. The next pen is this Edding 1200 metallic, and it just has a big bullet tip. Edding 1200. It is a nice color. I don't know if the metallic really shows on the... Yeah, it seems like, I don't know if the camera will pick it up at all, but the metallic aspect completely disappears on this absorbent watercolor paper. But that's okay. We've got this thicker red color, and I think it'll be different, even though Terra Rosa, so that's like a red earth. And maybe it'll be a similar color, but we'll see. This one, I don't know if it's gonna show up. We'll see. Alright, it's okay. Cool. Looks like snow. The shadows on snow. What was this? Eco line. I'll just write eco line. It's nice and juicy still. That's real satisfying. And then here's the other color. Ooh. Hey, it kind of matches my shirt. This is also eco line. And now I shall do a splotch to test with water, because it's watercolor marker. Well, it sure does not move around much, at least this gray one. Huh, maybe it's not watercolor? Oh, sure it was. Brilliant colors, warm gray. Huh. Constant. Okay, I'm gonna read it. I thought for sure this was watercolor, but it's not moving. It says brush pen, eco line, brilliant colors, concentrated formula, warm gray light, warning, small parts, choking hazard, royal talons, the address, made in Germany. Maybe they're not watercolor. All this time I thought they were watercolor marker. Well, I'll try this one. Maybe it's just the gray is not very mobile. Okay. This is what I was expecting. The blue is much more receptive to, or much more, I don't know what the term is, malleable. This is what I was expecting. Maybe it's just something to do with the gray. Well, now I know the gray doesn't do much. That's why I do this little test swatch. What else? Okay, these paints. Yeah, I feel like I've gotten this before, because what I did... Wait. I think I got it on the last... I'm gonna use it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I did! What the heck? I even shorthanded it the same way. Tita Op. I got this already. I got this the very last time. Okay. Oh, what the heck, dude? I just got these before. I didn't think it was that recent. When is the date on there? Oops, I gotta flip farther back. November! That's not far enough. Well, whatever. I spent way too much time with items that I didn't have, so I'm just gonna use them. But this seems to happen a lot with that random.org. It's... I know that the way randomness works, that this is totally possible, but I don't want random for random's sake. I want random so that I have the highest chance of using stuff that I otherwise would never use. So using things multiple times in only less than, well, I guess less than 6 weeks, kind of frustrating. Well, whatever. That's how it goes. So I'm going to take a little of this and do just what I did before and mix it with the white so that I have like 3 colors. So that's what's nice about tube paints, is that you can mix them really easily, especially for watercolors when they're fresh out of the tube like this. They mix really well. They don't mix quite as well when they have dried, but you can still bring them back to life with water and mix them pretty easily. You can't mix as easily stuff like this, like these watercolor markers. Okay. Kind of want a little more white in here, but I guess, no, I'm gonna make it, I want a little bit more of a pink color. Aoife, my big dog, is having a dream right now. Her little feet are going. Maybe she's running in her dream. Okay, I'm taking a little more of the white to add into this pink I've got going on over here. Man, I can't believe, because not only have I gotten the same item that I just got a few weeks ago, this is like the 3rd time it's happened in the 6 months or so that I returned to live streaming, so it seems not, I don't know. That's so weird. Well, whatever. That's how it is. Okay. I've got my paints prepared. And I won't do too much testing with them. I think I'll just do a few, just like a boop, boop, boop. Let's start with the white, which you won't be able to see it. So I guess I'll do a line over this eco line so you can see it. Ooh, now Aoife is growling in her sleep. Oh, her little jowls are going. She's having a crazy dream. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little. Little swatch of that. And a little swatch of the pure Terra Rosa. Man, I can't believe it. It's not just that I've gotten this. It's the last drawing in this book. The last painting, the last piece in this book had these colors as well. But it is different because it's got this like purple and this blue, so still gonna be a bit different. And I think I will let these take a back seat this time just so that it looks different when I flip through this later. I won't use it quite as much. Something I can test that's different is how does it. So if I do a swatch of blue and take some red, how does it mix? Oh, that's an interesting color. Ah, kind of pretty. Cool, I'm glad I tried that. I guess I could try it with the white too, but I've got this gray. Let's not do too much because it's already 35 minutes almost into the stream, so Don't want to take too long. Where is my pose book? What pose are we on now? We are getting through this really fast. I keep being surprised every week. So what was it? Lost in Goth Girl. Oh, I think it was this one. Hello, sunshine. Oh, here we go. Finally another male pose. It's been a lot of girls in a row. There we go. Pajama party. That's what this one is called. So I'll read the notes about it. It says, about this pose. Laid back and comfy, semi-reclined, supported by left arm, right knee bent high, left foot turned on side. Ah, I see. Okay, that makes sense. And then these little smaller notes. Because the character is reclining and his left leg is on its side, the instep of the left foot is visible. Draw the left leg a bit shorter than the right leg, as the left one is bent away from the viewer. Okay. Left is the one on the ground, right? Okay. The left forearm should also be foreshortened because the elbow is positioned behind the body. Okay. Got it. The forefinger and thumb are wide apart as they grip the smartphone. Forefinger and thumb. Hold on, I want to hold my phone in. Okay. So he's holding it. He's kind of got his... He's holding it like at the bottom. I'm going to remove my phone and try to have my fingers stay. Alright. Well, it doesn't seem that weird. I don't know if it needed a special note. It's just that the thumb is kind of up. It's not like it's like this or anything. Okay. Well, makes sense. Tested it. I do that a lot to try to figure out pose. Try to do it myself. Try to make the pose myself. Oh, Exie will be right back. Okay, see you in a bit. Well, not see, but see your chat in a bit. Okay, I'm gonna clip this open, and I'm gonna reorganize my space a bit. Put this up here, this over here. These don't need to be available, so I'm gonna get them out of the way. Let's see, put this up like this so that y'all can kind of see what I'm looking at. It's kind of hard though, because the head is like right in the gutter of the book. It's kind of hard to see because it's like that, but I'll do my best. Put that right there, and these, okay, get the water up, and then towel here. All right, let's see. Move this. It's kind of hard actually to organize this. I've got my brushes here. Hopefully this will be enough room for my hand. And then I'll keep these over here. And these, well, they'll be hidden by my banner, but they can go right there. It's still a little bit visible. Okay, that's changing my position a little bit. Okay, pull my sleeves back up. Well, perfect that I'm doing a long ways. I wanted to do a long ways one anyway, because the pose is long. When I say long ways, I mean landscape orientation. So I'm just going to use this purple as my sketching and my main drawing pen. So let's see, I'm just going to do my best to not make it too big, which is a problem I tend to have. Okay, and then Oops. Down like this. Heel. The top of the foot comes out into the toes. Wait, the toes should be this way because this is the outside. Okay, toes down like that. Okay, and then the other leg is going up and comes down. Knee. Let's see, they've got the foot coming down right here. And calf. And you can't really see the whole foot, it's hidden, so that's good. What else? Shoulder. And then the elbow's sort of resting down here. Maybe I put that too far down right there. I'm going to put the shoulder goes down here actually. And we've got arm, and then the wrist is raised, so this is also foreshortened. Hand goes here, and you can't really see much of the palm because of the angle. Okay, and the thumb is like up on the side of the phone, and here's the phone. Okay, good. Next, the other arm. So this shoulder should be pretty far down because it's supporting the body. And another foreshortened arm, wrist, hand, thumb, fingies, pretty good. Okay, now the head. So if he's looking at the phone, I think it'd be like this. And then we've got jawline and the side of the face. And the rest of the head goes around like this. Here's the ears. And the neck comes down and connects to the shoulder. Alright, it's coming together. The other shoulder, can't see this side of the neck. The other shoulder is out like this. Here's where the chest is, and those arms coming down. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Okay, that's right there. Okay, like that. Yes. I think the watercolor paper is sucking out the ink and kind of drying up my pen. It's having a hard time now. I gotta get another sip of water. I'm getting dried out. Oh man, only 15 minutes left. Gotta hurry. Okay, I've got the main body figured out, I think. So now, I guess I'll make this thigh a bit bigger so that the elbow is sort of touching it at least. Now, to dress up the character, He looks kind of sad. Maybe once I add a mouth, it won't look so depressed. Okay, he's got like some nostalgia face going on in my version, so I guess he's looking at old photos. My Google Photos always sends me some old photos from like 12 years ago or 5 years ago, or this is today from 3 years ago. So I imagine that's what he's looking at, some old photos. He's like, those were the good old days. I see they've got his hair a little messy, so we'll just imagine that he just got out of the shower. He toweled his hair, but it's not styled, so it's kind of just like rumpled, and he doesn't care because he's just hanging out. It says pajama party, but he's by himself, so I don't know. Maybe he's waiting for his buddies to show up. Or maybe it's just a party for us because it's like a nice looking dude. Okay, I think his face is good. They've got him a goatee. Okay, I'll do it. I don't do it too often. Oh, not bad. Looks like a Backstreet Boy or something. 90s boy band member. Okay, he's got some pajamas on. He's got these kind that actually I can't stand wearing because the buttons never work good for me. These button-up ones, like pullover pajamas, so that the buttons are not an issue. Plus the collar always gets messed up when I sleep and everything. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Okay, his collarbones will be showing. And then he's got, let's see, so there's like a button here. Okay, it follows the curve, and then a button here, and a button here. Here's another button, and he's got a pocket. Little patch pocket. Weep. Nice. And so let's see. It's all wrinkly on the arms. And it's sort of hanging, by it I mean the fabric, sort of hanging down. Which makes sense. It's just hanging down here off of his body. Oh, welcome back, Exy! I don't think I ever wear any pajamas with buttons. Yeah, I don't know. I like how they look. So I had some for a while, but they were always so annoying. Like, and they always have to wear an undershirt because the buttons come apart, you know, because you stretch in a certain way and the buttons like come apart. I don't know. And then plus if you sleep on your stomach like I do, the buttons can like dig in. And there's so many problems with buttons on pajamas. I'm not a fan. That's my pajama opinion. Okay, and he's got his cuff here. In the example, it's very floppy material. I want him to be in a little warmer, more substantial material, so I'm not going to make it quite as floppy as that. And now I want to give the phone a little dimension while I'm looking at it. So it's not just like a square, it's a three-dimensional. It looks more three-dimensional. So spend a little bit of time. And let's see, let's give it a cool camera. It's got like a cool double camera on his phone. There we go. Oh, and here's the light. Yeah. Give him a nice, cool, modern smartphone. Okay, and then here, I'm gonna accentuate his thumb a little bit. It's starting to get lost with all these millions of lines. Okay. I'm losing track of his fingers. Okay. Well, one of his fingers is kind of odd, but we'll just leave it. That's fine. He's got one weird finger. Okay. Some wrinkles here. His leg is coming up, so let's It's causing wrinkles in the shirt right here. And it comes down like this. And then the other piece is kind of falling down. I'm going to do a little bit of wrinkles happening because of the buttons as well. Oh, and I never finished this sleeve, so here's the cuff on this one. I think it's because it's cold and snowy here right now that I want to give him cozy pajamas, not like light summer. These seem like light summer ones so that you can still be completely covered and modest, but not like boiling in your own sweat when you try to sleep. Okay, I've also lost track of this. Looks like I drew... Oh, I see what happened. It looked for a second like I drew too many fingers, but there was just like a squiggly line because I was quickly going from one finger to the next. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. Top half is good. Hands are so hard to draw. Yep, they're extremely hard. Well, it's because they're such complex, crazy things. Like, there's so many bones and muscles, and they do so many things, and I actually think they're really amazing. Like, I think they look really cool, and I think hands are awesome. But yeah, they are such a challenge, and I've been drawing for so long, and it's still like I have to really concentrate, make sure that it looks believable. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I want it to be believable, so. Alright, it's got a little cuff on the bottom too. On the bottom of the pants. On the bottom. The bottom of what? The bottom of the pants? Okay, there's one leg. And the other leg, because it's going up, has got a lot of wrinkles coming up this way. And a big one here where it's folded over because of the leg. And then we've got this like big one like this. All right. Oh, and then there's a few more here by the arm. That's pretty good. And finally, he has slippers on. Nice cozy slippers. All right. I think that's everything. Okay, so we're done with this pen. I'm trying to hurry because there's only 7 minutes left to reach an hour. And that book club meeting is at 6 and it's 4:30 here right now, so I'll use this next just because it'll dry faster. I'm trying to conserve time or use my time wisely, I guess. Not really thinking about it, just giving him red hair so that I can use this red pen. I want to have time to make dinner, eat dinner, and then hopefully read a little bit more of that book before the book club starts because I didn't actually finish it. And I made some notes about it, so I think that I could participate, but I'd like if I could get close to the end. We'll see though. Since I'm not that invested in the story, I'm not worried about if there's spoilers from the discussion or whatever. Oh, let's give him a little boop of red in his eyes too. He's got red eyes too. I just decided. Executive decision. Okay, I'm going to try, because I really like how this little, oh, you can't see it. How this little blob, oh, I know. I'll hold it up closer too so you can really see. Yes. I love how that turned out and like the red sort of migrated toward the edge, and then there's like this kind of watermark going on. And so what I'm gonna try to do, see what happens, color the whole pajamas in this blue, and then add red on top and like mix it. See what happens. So first is just coloring it in with blue, and I won't color everywhere. I'll leave like some edges and just some room for stuff to happen. Who knows what'll happen, but I just want to leave a little wiggle room for the magic of physical media. Let's see what'll happen. Actually pretty excited about this. I wasn't that excited about the colors when I realized that I got them before just recently, but now seeing it combined with that blue, now that it's dried too and completed its magical transformation, I'm really excited about it. I think it's gonna be fun. Okay. Plus it's also fun to not be like making stuff so precise. I'm usually really precise, but with these lucky dips, with the time constraint that I set and just its weird materials that I'm not used to, it's actually kind of fun to just do whatever and not worry about it being like super perfect. Color bleeding is always so mesmerizing. Yes. So good. You could just watch a video of, it's not about making the paint like into a painting, it's just about watching the paint. And you could, it's funny because there's a saying about it's as fun as watching paint dry or something, like saying that it's super boring, but if it's watercolor paint mixing and melding on the page, it's actually pretty interesting to watch. I already like how it looks. It has a cool, like, I don't know, fashion illustration quality doing it this way. It'll also be different, I think, because before I did the color right away without letting it dry, but this is definitely going to dry a bit as I'm filling in his whole body basically with this blue color. So we'll see how the mixing goes with it having dried a bit on the page. And it's looking really cool on top of the purple ink as well. Okay. Got that done. Should I use a big brush? Just gonna go for it. Just gonna use the big brush. I don't want to do too much paint right at the beginning though, because I don't want it to be like crazy amounts of red in it, sort of like I want it to blend rather than overpower. So just put a little bit of color. And now I'm just getting more and more water. I don't think I explained that well. I put a little bit of the red paint down. And now I'm not using more red paint. I'm just spreading the red paint up and up and up. Get like a gradient effect. Yeah, I think I'll do that on all four of the limbs. I'll start at the bottom with a little touch of the red Terra Rosa and then just spread it out into the rest of the body. So that maybe even by the time we get to the middle of the body, it's not, there's like no red paint left. It's such a relief. I'm pretty sure this is going to look very different from the last painting in this book, even though it's using the same two of the same items. I do wish this would spread a little bit more. Okay, now a little tap of the red again for this arm. Trying to get it into the inside part of the sleeve as well. And just bringing it up. This is pretty fun. This is a pretty fun lucky dip this time. I love watercolor though. Whenever I get a watercolor thing, it's like, yay! My favorite materials. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm just gonna do a little bit here. Try not to get too much from the arm, because I want it to look like the color gradation is happening on these pajamas and not just on the page. Man, I don't know if that makes any sense. Sometimes I try to explain myself and I'm like, oh wait, I don't think that came out right. I can't tell what I just said. Anyway, I have a plan. I have a goal. An effect I'm trying to make happen with the coloration of these pajamas. Man, mixing these two colors is so satisfying. It's so nice. I really like it. Trying to bring a little bit more of the red up. All right, and we'll do the other leg. I might not even need my smaller brush. This big one is working well. Oh, it's getting kind of dry right here. A lot more water. Alright, and this arm is still pretty wet, so I'm going to try to avoid it so it doesn't bleed too much into each other. Nice. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit on the shoes. So that it's like he's got the matching slippers. Nice. It's looking good. What else? I think I've used everything except for, I think I'll use this just to make shadows on the skin because it doesn't really look like much and it didn't move when I put water on it. Like when I put water on the blue, it made this nice beautiful circle, but when I put water on here, it didn't really move from what I had put down with the brush. But this needs to dry before I can do that. I also kind of thinking, what am I going to do with this phone? Maybe I'll make his phone this pink color that I mixed up. So actually, I will be using this smaller brush. Hopefully his pajamas are dry enough around here. So I'm trying to hurry because it is after my normal stopping time and I want to get started making dinner. It's pretty opaque because of the opaque white, so I'm just going to put that much and then spread it through because I want these sketchy lines from the multi-liner pen to show through. And now I'm going to keep wiping my brush to make it dry and pull some of the color away at the top to help give it like a gradient look to show that there's more light hitting it on the top than on the bottom. So it's almost like scraping the color away, but not scraping, just sort of gently pulling it away while it's still wet. Because the brush is thirsty either way. It doesn't care if it's getting the moisture from the paint on the palette or the paint on the paper. I also take a little bit more on these parts that are meant to be a camera. Try to show that it's shiny. Yeah, that's pretty good. The hand is still really messed up looking. It's just ignore that it looks like he only has 3 fingers. 3 fingers and a thumb. Don't look at that part. Oh, goodbye, Axie. Thank you for joining me. Have a great night. I know it's super late there. Okay, let's see. Is this dry enough? I think it's dry enough for me to do the shading on his body using this gray marker up top. And I'll just say that with the collar and with his head, it's pretty much all in shadow up here. And I'll do a little bit in his ear, a little bit around his eyes, under his nose, tiny bit to show a lip, his bottom lip, and some shading under his hair. His hair's all sticking up and casting a shadow. And we'll also do a little on the side of his face as well. But I don't want to do too much. That's what I've learned, is to make an anime or manga style face look good, you need to actually hold back on shading. Don't make it too realistic or it doesn't look right. Alright, some shading on the fingers and thumbs down here. Some of these fingers, thumb, bottom part of this hand, and where it's under the sleeve. This part of the feet. Here his cuff will be casting a shadow. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. The only thing I want to do now, hopefully this is dry enough, I just want to smooth this part out where I was avoiding because there were other wet parts still nearby. Because if you do a wet part and then you don't want it to bleed into it, you should not do more painting next to it until it's dry. Otherwise, they'll just mix. But I wanted there to be a distinct boundary between the color on the sleeve and the color next to it on the leg and the hip area. There. Yeah, man, that looks pretty good. I think I will do a little bit more shading just to show that he's on something. Just a little shading to ground him somewhere. Who knows where, but he's not just floating in space. He is on something. And here's his arm is on something. His hand is on something. Maybe here it'll... Maybe the gray will move a little bit. Or at least I can soften the edges. Make it really look like a shadow. Nice soft edges. And maybe it's just because the gray is such a light color that there's not very much pigment, and that's why it doesn't really move very much. It is pulling some of the blue into it, so it's doing something. Alright. I think I'm done. It's not quite dry, but I don't know if I've been signing these. I'll sign this one. Boop, 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 boop. 2022. Okay. Well, it's still not quite dry, but I do want to hurry off to dinner. So I will just hold it up a little close up. Use the violet, no, it was a lavender Copic multi-liner in a 0.3 size. Then the Edding 1200 metallic pen. And the Ecoline brush pens in a light blue and a gray, a warm gray. And then finally the, what were they? M. Graham & Co. watercolor tube paints in Terra Rosa and Titanium White Opaque. Although, I want to be done. But I just realized I did not have fun with the Titanium White Opaque, so I'm just going to do it real quick. Just some little lines for fun. I always say I'm going to be done, and then I'm like, oh wait, one more thing. Ooh, my stomach just growled though. It is time for dinner. I can't stop myself. Okay, let's a little bit. A little right here on the top of the phone, because it's a shiny phone. And the best use. Little highlights in the eyes. I did pretty good with the hair, but I'll do a few streaks. Oh, and since I did the pants, I better do this sleeve too. Ooh, looks good. This is one of the funnest things, is putting the little white highlights on stuff. Buttons. Boop, boop. Pocket. Alright, that's good. I'm really done. I'm really done for now. For now. I'm done with this one. And I think that the highlights are showing up pretty well too. I'm not going to hold it up, because I'm going to call it a day. I'll be back on Friday for Chibi Friday. I'll be continuing my Orca Chibi. So hopefully see you then. Thank you for watching.